One evening, as David sat alone in the living room, his father walked in, his face full of warmth. "Son, can we talk?" David hesitated before nodding. His father sat across from him, studying him. "I've noticed you've been distant. Your brother, and your sister. Did I do something wrong?" David's heart clenched. If only his father knew. "No, Dad," he forced himself to say, "you didn't do anything wrong." His father sighed, leaning back in his chair. "You know, being a father isn't easy. I've made sacrifices, things you'll never fully understand. But I'd do it all again, without question." David swallowed hard. "Why?" His father smiled. "Because love isn't about blood, son. It's about choice. And I chose to be your father." David's breath caught in his throat. "Sometimes, I wonder if you all truly understand how much I love you," his father continued. "From the moment you were born, you became my world. I never once questioned if you were mine, because it never mattered. You are mine." David felt like screaming. His father had no idea that the very thing he was saying was both a blessing and a tragedy. "David," his father's voice softened, "whatever is bothering you, I hope you know, always tell me." David forced a nod, but how could he tell him something that would break his heart? That night, David lay awake, staring at the ceiling. His father deserved to know the truth, but if he did, would it destroy everything? The weight of the secret had become unbearable. Sarah was avoiding their mother entirely, while Daniel barely spoke when he came home. Lisa, though biologically their fathers, felt the tension just as deeply, caught between the truth and the lie. And David, he was the one who struggled the most. One night, unable to bear it anymore, he walked into the kitchen, where his mother sat quietly, stirring a cup of tea. She looked up as he entered, her eyes tired and worn. "You still haven't forgiven me," she whispered. David clenched his jaw. "How can I?" His mother sighed, setting down her spoon. "I know I hurt you, but I did what I thought was best." "Best for who?" David snapped. "For us. Or for you?" Tears welled in her eyes. "For all of us. If your father knew, it would destroy him." David ran a hand through his hair. "Maybe he deserves to know." His mother paled. "David, please. How do you live with yourself?" he asked, voice breaking, knowing that he spent his entire life believing a lie. She closed her eyes. "I don't, every day. I wonder if I made the right choice. But I love your father, and I love all of you." "I was scared." David shook his head. "Scared of what?" "Of losing everything," her voice cracked. "And now, I'm losing all of you anyway." The room fell silent. David wanted to hate her. He wanted to stay angry, but deep down, he knew his mother wasn't a monster. She was human, flawed, weak in ways he had never seen before, but did that make what she did forgivable? The next morning, David stood in the doorway as his father drank his coffee, smiling warmly at Lisa as they joked about her work. Lisa, the only one who was truly his. David opened his mouth, the truth balancing on the edge of his lips. But then his father turned to him, eyes full of love. "Morning, son." David's throat closed. He couldn't do it. He couldn't break this man. So, with a heavy heart, he swallowed the truth and forced a smile. "Morning, Dad." Because sometimes, the hardest truth to accept was that silence was the only way to keep love alive. The truth festered in David's chest like a wound that wouldn't close. Night after night, he replayed his mother's confession and his father's smile, each one a sharp contradiction that made the secret harder to bear. The family had been slowly falling apart. Sarah couldn't face their mother. Daniel buried himself in work. Lisa, the only biological child, wore the weight of misplaced privilege like chains. And David, he was slipping under the weight of it all. Then came the morning that changed everything. It was a quiet, golden morning in their modest Nigerian kitchen. Their father sat at the table sipping his usual coffee, laughing with Lisa about her new job. The scent of a car drifted in from outside. Everything felt painfully normal. David entered, pausing in the doorway. He watched his father's face, kind, weathered, full of love. A man who had given up his dreams for them. A man who didn't know the truth. He tried to hold it in. He tried to smile and keep walking. But his father turned to him, eyes gleaming with pride, and said, "You remind me so much of myself at your age." That was it. David's heart broke. The truth tore free from his lips before he could stop it. "Dad," his voice cracked. The room went still. "We took a DNA test. You're not my biological father." Silence slammed down like thunder. The coffee mug slipped from their father's hand, shattering on the floor. Sarah appeared in the doorway. Daniel behind her, both frozen. Their father's eyes darted from face to face, landing finally on their mother, who had stepped in, her eyes brimming with tears. She didn't deny it. She simply nodded, sobbing, "I'm sorry. I thought I was protecting us." For a moment, no one breathed. Then he stood up and pulled them all into his arms. "I raised you. I loved you. I chose you," he whispered. "That's what matters." Tears poured freely. Years of guilt and silence were washed away in a single, powerful moment of grace. The truth had shattered the illusion, but it built something stronger in its place. A family not bound by blood, but by love, sacrifice, and forgiveness.